This historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Fins and the 49ers coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, what a run for these Dolphins. Remember, they were bounced in the first round of the playoffs last year, but they are back as the AFC's representatives in Super Bowl 58.
And partner, it's been a long time since their last Super Bowl triumph. That was back in 1974, and no one on this team was even alive when that happened, including their head coach. So plenty to play for here tonight, trying to add another Lombardi Trophy to their arsenal.
Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they were one of the heavy favorites to win the NFC, and they were able to get it done, and now they look for that elusive 6th Super Bowl title.
Remember, after going 5-0 in their first 5 appearances here, they've lost 2 straight. Super Bowl 47 to the Ravens in New Orleans, and Super Bowl 54 to Kansas City in Miami. They'd love to start another streak like they had in the 80s when they won 4 Super Bowl titles.
And off we go from Las Vegas. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon, but they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his 2nd NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his 2nd year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
Purdy bootlegging it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He's got room past the 30, and he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action, now Purdy. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Well, they nearly was sprung in that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, it's Purdy. Open man is Jerron Jennings. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards, the final tally. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game that we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing here, Purdy. Open man is Samuel, complete.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
They'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Purdy from the gun.
And this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert.
Really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Running the counter with Mostert.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
McLeod to return it. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Purdy now to throw off the play action. It's caught by Jennings. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Purdy now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Powers through. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Purdy. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play. Jason Sanders now for the extra point.
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Ray McCloud to return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Gets by him at the 25. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now 3rd down and 7. Purdy looking to throw. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And down to the 36-yard line here. 64 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of this Super Bowl.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this.
It's a close game here early on. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 2. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Escaping the pressure right.
And Purdy finds a way to move the chains. He slides to a stop, and he's got the first down.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
McCaffrey is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers are once again back in front. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. This one left side caught by Berrios. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
A run with a former Niner running back. It's Jeff Wilson. There he goes, right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. From the gun, it's Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The kick by Sanders is good, and that will knot us up at 10. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They'll start on the ground here on first down. 82 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From the 29, here's the second down and 4. This is Samuel. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Purdy now on third and goal. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. A beautiful fake. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
On first down, Purdy completes it to Jennings. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Play action. Now Purdy. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting him there for the sack.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Purdy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Purdy. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Niners have taken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Now Moody for the PAT.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A 10-play drive that time.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Tua going to throw. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. And wrangled down quickly just past the 40 at the 41. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the 1st half.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Chase Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run the draw with Mostert.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now 2nd and 3. Throwing here, Purdy. That's caught out right by Jennings. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 36 yards on the play. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we've arrived at halftime here in Super Bowl 57. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Niners got a solid first-half outing by their second-year quarterback, Brock Purdy. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, Mostert. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, I'd have to say in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it. All you're trying to do is get the 2 yards necessary for a first down. Then you look up, you got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot more than that, indeed. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Fred Warner, the all-pro linebacker, there on the stop.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On second down, Tua. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete there to Berrios. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Purdy bootlegging it. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
2nd and 10. Purdy sets up to throw again. On the move past the 40.
Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Now Samuel.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Purdy. That's caught by Werner, the tight end.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
That is caught. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On first down, it's Purdy.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Purdy will look to throw again here. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 2 yards is the pickup, and the 49ers are set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Brock Purdy
keeping it himself from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami set to take over.
They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Motion man is Berrios. 2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Flush to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the 49ers are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And Miami's offense set and ready to go. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 23. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On 1st down, Purdy.
Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Purdy from the gun.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
Throwing here, Purdy. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Purdy.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A second down throw for Purdy.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. McCaffrey on the toss right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
Scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the 49ers are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point try now for Moody.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now Tua. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert,
60 yards.
And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Tua sets up to pass it. Out route to Hill, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Now defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down, it would appear. And yes, the chain gang going to move the sticks. They take a risk on 4th and 4, but they get it by a full yard. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They'll swing this out to Mostert. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another fourth down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in their most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.